俺はもう準備万端だ。
道具をどう使うのか見せてもらおう。
さようなら。私と共に国空に返します。光明なく消えるという何が全部ぶっ飛ばしちゃっていいよね。えへん、指揮官、ナナミとパワーちゃんって超すごいでしょ。わかりました。
勝たなければ無意味です。落ち着いて考えましょう。
切り開きます。
予想通りの攻撃です。
切り開きます。
長く立つする。目を閉じて安らかに眠れ。
勝たなければ無意味です。落ち着いて考え。勝たなければ無意味です。落ち着いて考えましょう。予想通り
急遽片付けないといけないようだ。人の邪魔するやつを。
勝たなければ無意味です。 かないで。
切り開きます。
ちょっと解決しないと寝る時間だよ。部屋を閉じて安らかに眠れ。
生徒中年金のカラスだ。
見つけましたよ。勝たなければ無意味です。予想通りの攻撃ですね。
ケースを片付けないといけないようだね。人の眠りを邪魔するやつを。
この一撃で勝利への道を切り開きます。
私が指揮官この一撃で。
解決してさて部屋を閉じて安らかに眠れ。
勝たなければ無意味です。
私が指揮官のカラスだよ。私の刃になってください。この一撃で。
ケース
見つけましたよ。
安らかに眠れ。
勝たなければ無意味です。予想通りの攻撃ですね。
ケースを片手に
切り開きます。
この一撃で勝利への道を切り開きます。
私の指揮官の翼です。指示をお願いします。この一撃で。
さっさと解決しないといけないね。ああ、疲れた。
わかりました。
Hey, sorry I'm not talking. I've had a really difficult day. Just gotta put up something up for today. I feel like shit mentally. I just feel very alone.
切り開きます。
解決しますね。部屋を閉じて安らかに眠れ。
退きなさい。これが最後
She's
の
got
戦い
Groupie
だ。
on my lap, though. She's helping. She's really excited to see me tonight. She gets lonely too. We help each other out. She's a good kitty.
隊長？
はい。ほっ。
激殺の
これだけで
目を閉じて安らかに。それはあなたたちの結末はただ一つです。
進み続ける者が私の後ろに全力を出します。終わらせましょう。私の後ろにこの結果はいかがでしょうか。
ああ、そういうことです。目を閉じて安らかに眠れる。
これだけで
諦めたあなたたちの結末はただ一つです。僕が計算した弾道が逃げられるものなどいま
この結果はいかが。私の後ろに全てを終わらせましょう。
ああ、そういうことで自殺する。目を閉じて安らかに眠れる。あなたたちの結末はただ一つです。僕が計算した弾道を諦めた方が
これだけです。
ああ、そういうこと激殺激殺する。目を閉じて安らかに眠れる。
終わらせましょう。フォローをお願いします。この結果はいかがですか。
僕が計算した弾道あなたたちの結末はただ一つです。それは隠れ僕が計算した弾道から逃げられることなどいません。
これ
結局あなたたちの結末はただ一つです。それは隠れておいて
全力を出し終わらせましょう。フォローをお願いします。
ああ、そういうことかい。長く眠れることは幸せなことだよ。ああ、疲れた。はいはい。
あなたは手加減はなしでガール一発戦記
むやみにもがくぶし、これが九竜の意志。妖怪の口の中に入れてしまいなさい。これでそれが妖怪なさい。
観客の皆様がじっと見てる。真の叫びをもっと聞かせてよ。今だ、クライマックス。
キュウリほらここにあるガール誰一人逃がしません。この力で打ち破ります。自覚して一発戦記この力で打ち破ります。 邪道全部退散。
一番手ぶ
指揮官殿の苦難はここで燃やし尽くします。希望が肝心から生まれ変わります。滅びなさい。死は許しません。死は許しません。死は許します。断じしなさい。私に任せてください。この矢はあなたの憐れみです。私についた方レギョさんに貫け正体の槍。私についてくれ貫け正体の槍。私についてくれ了解です。苦難はここで燃やし尽くします。苦難はここで燃やし尽くします。希望が肝心から生まれ変わります。私は進行とできる誰でもいい貫け正体の槍。できる私についてくれる。くらいの痛みなら平気。了解です。貫け正体の槍。滅びなさい。死は許しません。断じしなさい。私に任せてください。この矢はあなたの憐れみです。死は許しません。私についてくれる。貫け正体の槍。誰でもいいからかかれ貫け正体の槍。誰でもいいからかかれ了解です。ここで燃やし尽くします。希望が肝心から生まれ変わります。
Damn, nice score. Nice
どう
score.
か安らかに苦痛という牢獄は解かれたのです。
Nice score. What did I get? Not bad. How are things? Not good today. That's why I'm not talking much. My mind's been giving me hell today. But the show must go on. There's Oblivion Override tomorrow. Maybe that'll cheer me up. I'm getting a little burnt out on Diablo. I don't know if I'll stream tonight. I feel really shitty. Sometimes it's nice to just play some grind games with Groupie on my lap. She's very happy I'm here. If I'm not feeling well, she seems to notice. She's been very clingy today. Poor thing. I'm her best friend. We both don't have many friends. Like each other's company. He's a good cat.
俺
御意。何？魂の匂いがするわね。ワクワクしてきた。今度はこちらの番よ。さあ、宴を始めましょう。その魂、お別れの時間よ。死ね。
It's just straight up Virgil. Moe Blob Virgil. Moe Blob Virgil in the flesh. With a Gucci belt. They're not going to give us any male characters in this game for like a year, so it's just going to be lollies and Moe Blobs and gremlins. No cool characters.
御意。ここにいますよ。私の力が必要ですか？
真理圧倒ややどうだ消えろすべて込める剣に形なくやどうだ受けてみろどうだ勝ち続けようたとえ迷いが消えずとも真理抜刀受けてみろこの剣すべてを込めるどうだや大曲終わりの時だ受けてみろどうだ勝ち続けようたとえ迷いが消えずとも真理抜刀やこの剣すべて込める我が心をこの剣にやそこ大曲将来真の万象すべて行くぞ無全母承知天馬雷蔵や勝ち続けようたとえ迷いが消えずとも御意
Hello. Taking a break from the Diablo grind. No, I watched it. I just wasn't in a mood to I wasn't in a mood to talk to people. would be entertaining. I'm still not. I'm just doing this because I figured I might as well stream myself doing it. But yeah, I knew they weren't going to show anything, so I didn't feel like televising my disappointment today. I just kind of wanted to watch. I was really tired. Mentally, I've had a very difficult day, so hard for me to be entertaining when I feel like trash. Didn't really show much anyway. Exo Primal looks alright. Mega Man X Dive Offline. I might actually play that. It's actually really cool that they're doing that. The game is not that great. I didn't like it when it was new. But the fact that they're making it available when it's shutting down, they're making it available offline is really cool. Most games don't do that. It's just tough shit. Game's gone forever. You can't ever play it again. Only way it lives on is in channels like mine. I have lots of dead service games on this channel. Probably like at least a dozen that don't exist anymore. It's really cool that they're doing that. That probably was the highlight for me. Even just the fact that they're doing that is pretty awesome. They don't have to do that. Most mobile game devs don't care to do that. It's cool that they are. I just didn't think that game felt really good to control. It felt really clunky. The movement and the combat didn't feel good. And of course, because it was a mobile game, skill was second to either grinding, spending a lot of money, or both. It wasn't like PGR, where spending the money doesn't make you invincible. You can still die. You still have to actually know how to play the game. It doesn't just turn you into Ultra Instinct mode. I don't know, maybe people will make mods for it when it's offline. I don't know, we'll see what happens. I didn't really care about the rest. Exo Primer looks pretty cool, it's just I don't like team-based games. Like getting yelled at by prepubescents because I didn't do something perfectly. I yell at myself enough. If it had like a cooperative mode or something, I'd be more interested in playing it, I think. That's what that mission objective thing seems to be, where you can just play with people and complete missions. That seems like way more up my alley, if anything. Plus, you know, no one's going to want to play the healer, too. That's the other thing about that game. Sometimes I think it's better when games like that don't have a healer. Just on the basis that no one wants to actually play as them. You have like a very small subset of people that actually want to play as them. Everybody else does not want to. Overwatch, perfect example. No one wants to play support. Everyone wants to be a badass and get in the front lines. Then your team's all disjointed because there's no one doing support. They'll probably add more like solo modes to that later. I hope so. Probably be like every other team-based game where everybody is doing DPS and nobody wants to be support. It'll probably be pretty miserable to play online unless they somehow make it so needing healers isn't like a requirement. They don't make it like an MMO.
御意。私の力が必要ですか？御意。御意。真理抜刀。どうだ。
I was hoping somebody was going to send me a tweet or ping saying that Basara got announced on the Japanese stream, but I knew that wasn't going to happen. Where's the cat? She's on my lap. I'm kind of playing a video game right now. She's chilling on my lap. She's out cold. Not doing anything exciting. She's had a hard day of sleeping, eating, and pooping. She needs to rest.
真理抜刀。
Yeah, I saw they had Basara on there. I was gonna make a meme post about that. I just wasn't in the mood. Maybe when I get home I'll do that. They acknowledged it existed. Just the fact that they showed it on there is enough. Can't be bothered to port it. I don't really care about that game because they don't show any gameplay. They showed like 2 seconds of gameplay. They pulled the Tales of Arise marketing cycle. They showed the guy like shooting his gun like twice, and then he did a dodge. And that was all the gameplay. I'm like, man, why'd you even announce it if that's all you've got? That's all you've got, man. Just don't announce it. Seriously. It's not even the fact that they delayed it, is that it's been so long and all they can show is like 2 seconds of gameplay. It's really hard for me to care. I'm getting old, man. I'm tired of that marketing. I don't think anybody was even really asking about it because they've barely shown anything about it. It's been pretty, it's been vaporware. Definitely uncharacteristic of Capcom to announce that so quickly. It clearly was not ready the first time they announced it. Now it's been like a year or more, and still nothing. You would have thought they learned their lesson from DMC5 and how much people loved how that game was marketed. Because it came out like less than a year after it was announced. But apparently they haven't learned their lesson. They're repeating the mistakes of everyone else. Just show you nothing and then apologize when the game is delayed and like no one even really cares because the premise or the gameplay is just completely unknown. Like, yeah, it looks nice, pretty graphics. Like, what game is it? How is the gameplay? I need to know those things before I bend over and give them $70 out of my ass. I don't fall for that shit anymore. Tired of it. I feel like they just felt they had to say something, but they didn't even have any gameplay. Really does remind me of, it's exactly like Tales of Arise marketing. Where it's like the game was not ready to show, but they showed it anyway. And all the problems that come with that. You have people that they want to support the game, but they're not being shown enough to, be a responsible adult and go pre-order something when they're not really marketing it to you. I don't go pre-order shit blindly. I don't care if it's a long-established franchise that I've played for decades. I won't buy it right away. I need to see the actual game. At least something. I'm not giving you $200 for some cheap-ass figure and like a poster. It's like triple the price of the game by itself. I'm not doing that. Maybe if you actually show something indicative of an actual video game, some actual gameplay, maybe I'll cough up the cash. The Basara games actually had really good marketing. When Utage came out, they had like entire little clips on their site. I mean, this was way before the influencer era. So you had to get your stuff straight from the source. You didn't have a lot of channels like mine around back then. They had like entire videos about how the tag mechanic works. They also did overviews for all the characters as well. I'm like, that got me to pre-order that game. When they put out Basara 4, they were like legit showing you how to play the characters and their unique mechanics and stuff. I'm like, dude, hell yeah. That's all I need, man. You don't need to spend like $30 million on some CG trailer. Just get someone halfway decent to play and edit it to show you how to play. It's interesting how far they've fallen. Marketing has just gotten worse. There's this game that's barely done. We need you to be excited for it, even though we're not really showing you enough to make any kind of even remotely responsible adult want to go pre-order it. That's the end goal, is to get you to pre-order it. Because games make the most money within like the first month of release. And after that, unless they have some kind of service thing like Street Fighter 6 is going to have, then they stop making money unless there's like a lot of DLC or post-launch support or service game components. That's why they push pre-orders so hard now. They want the full $70. They did that with that SD Gundam game. The Three Kingdoms Gundams were like they were pre-order exclusive for like a year. That's how they got people to pre-order that game. Like, yeah, you don't give us the full $60 for this. We're withholding 3 characters from the roster from you. Cough up the money. Bend over. FF16 looks decent. It just bothers me how the bosses don't stagger. I don't know why they're so afraid of bosses reacting to attacks. It looks way better than Tales of Arise for sure. The game looks like it destroys Tales of Arise. It just kind of has the same problem. As soon as you fight a boss, just everything you learn on the basic enemies doesn't matter because they just walk through everything. They don't react. I don't know what it is, man. It's weird. The game can still be challenging and have at least a human enemy stagger. It looks really stupid when some character, same size as you get knocked all over the place, but then you fight somebody else, normal human-looking character. They just like have a little brief hangover for a little bit, react to anything you're doing. I don't really care about that game though. I don't have access to it. I don't think my opinion really matters because I can't play it. They're being scumbags and not respecting the PC peasants. People that chose to upgrade their PC instead of getting a $500 console with no games. I don't know when the port that is coming out. It was at least 6 months timed exclusive. But then it's like you gotta wait and see if the port is actually worth it. Are they actually gonna care about the port, or it's gonna be crap? Probably the latter, given how things have been as a PC gamer this past year. Like 80% of everything released does not work. I think that's the best thing I could say about Diablo 4. It's like not even the gameplay, the fact that the game actually worked. Most of the problems with that game is it's the server. The actual port itself is really good. I've had no issues with it at all. And I would be lying if I said that wasn't one of the main reasons I was playing it. It's like an actual new game. An actual new game that works at launch. It's mostly just the fact that they have AOL dial-up servers. It's like the main problem with that game. They took the port seriously, at least. I think they deserve some credit. The port doesn't require a quantum-powered PC to run. I think that's pretty respectable. These days, at least. The game actually fucking worked at launch. I don't want to congratulate them for it. It should be a standard when you spend $70 on something on a computer that's well above what's considered to be at least low mid-range. Shouldn't have to congratulate them for delivering something that works, but yeah. I give them credit for that. Because we all know I tried to play a bunch of other shit this year. This year's only half over. A lot of the stuff I wanted to play did not work. So, they deserve some credit at least. I mean, the game even works on the Steam Deck almost perfectly. Like, the only time it drops frames is if you're doing big events in the open world. It drops frames, but you can get it to run in 60 FPS blocked, like probably like 85% of the time. That's pretty damn impressive for something that doesn't even have official support. It works beautifully. I can't say that for a lot of other games I liked a lot more than Diablo 4. FF16 looks decent.
勝ち続けよう。たとえ
I'll probably
迷いが
watch people play it. I don't know when I'll get to play it anytime soon. I'm barred for playing it because I'm one of those filthy PC gamers. Yeah, the servers are really bad on Diablo. That's why I find it hilarious that people are doing hardcore characters. Hardcore characters are permadeath. There's already been numerous reports of people losing their characters because the server lagged. I'm like, why the fuck would you do that? The servers are horrendous. I mean, I've died a couple times. I'm on softcore because I'm not that much of an idiot to do that. I'm not as much of a masochist to play permadeath in a grindy dozens of hours ARPG. But I've died because of lag. There's been numerous times where it has like a good 3 to 5 second lag spike. And your character doesn't respond to any inputs, but the monsters are still attacking you. It's a mess. Also, they've kind of been doing the standard Blizzard shit of nerfing everything that people find fun or efficient. They've nerfed a lot of things already. It's funny because the dungeons are way worse than Diablo 3. Diablo 3 dungeons are basically just like little Muso / beat 'em up levels with no objectives. The problem with the new Diablo is that they tried to spice it up with objectives. The problem is there's a fuck ton of backtracking. So unless you have movement speed, it's like way slower paced. So they've been nerfing the dungeons that people use, and the only reason people use them is because they have no backtracking. It's just a bunch of monsters in a room. I think that's the thing they need to improve. You can't teleport to the dungeons, you gotta use the horse, and then you get in there and like 80 to 90% of them are fucking miserable if you're a solo player. If you have people to split up the objectives with, the game is perfectly fine. But if you're playing solo, it feels pretty agonizingly paced at times. I think it's a pretty good foundation. It's definitely better than Diablo 3 was at launch, but I feel like they missed the mark on some of the things that made that game fun. Was the end game content was literally just spamming little mini 5 to 8 minute beat 'em up levels with no objectives, just a fuck ton of dudes on the screen. And I feel like Diablo 4 is really missing that. Hopefully, when they do the first major update, they'll fix that, because it definitely sucks. You gotta carry rocks to pedestals and stuff, and it's just like, why? Just spawn more guys to kill. The campaign is also a real slog as well. I kind of felt bad. They put a lot of effort into the cutscenes, but it's just really slow paced. You gotta wait for people to walk, and you can't skip their talking. There's very little action. There's a million side quests, and they barely do anything either. They give you such crap experience past the first playthrough. It needs a lot of work, but it's been fun to play. And I mean, at least they delivered a functional PC port. The only thing that doesn't function about it is the server, which, to be fair, the game is on console with crossplay, so you can't even blame that on the PC version. The PC version's pretty much perfect. It's just they're too cheap to rent out servers to help with the lag, help with the demand until people stop playing in a few weeks. But yeah, maybe we'll play a little bit more of that tonight, or I might do some PS3 games or something. And then tomorrow will be Oblivion Override. So I don't know exactly when that comes. I think it comes out when I'm here, so it's probably going to be a really small game to download. We'll check that out later. I might come back on the Steam Deck, actually, since I finished my mobile game homework. So maybe I'll see you guys in like an hour. Thanks for watching.